Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today we just got Fabled support. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. So I'm really excited for this one, guys, because Fableds are an amazing archetype based around light fiend monsters, which makes me a little bit nervous because of Fiendsmith, but we're actually going to unseal the gates to the Fabled world once more and check out this new support for Fabled out of Terminal World 2. So I have not checked out anything about these cards yet, except that I know that there's 4 new cards for Fabled. So let's go ahead and check out these cards together. So first off, we have a main deck monster. I will point out one quick thing for you guys as well, that we witnessed the resurrection and advent of the true lord of the Steel Sworn and the Evil Swarm, which is really interesting because I would love to see more Evil Swarm support, and definitely comment down below what you would like to see for the other archetypes for Terminal World 2, with this actually being the second archetype revealed, with Jirak being the first and Fabled being the second. So let's go ahead and check out the first new card, which is actually a main deck monster, which is actually going to be called the Fabled Behemoth, which is really interesting. This card actually looks really cool. So let's go ahead and see what this card actually does. It's a level 2 Light Beast Tuner Effect monster, which is pretty interesting. It's actually not a fiend. It's actually a beast. So it doesn't work with Fiendsmith. That's actually really nice that they made it a beast. So this card actually is 1,000 attack and 600 defense, and you only use the first and second effect of this card's name once each per turn. If this card's in the hand, you can discard 2 or more Fabled monsters, including this card. And if you do, special summon a Fabled Synchro monster from the X deck whose level equals the discarded monster's total original levels. This is treated as a synchro summon. Excuse me? We just instantaneously synchro summon however we want with these dudes? Are you kidding me? Now we can synchro from the hand into Fableds? What? We just instantaneously synchro with this dude into anything we want? Okay, that's really good. We can just instantly summon out, what is it, Ragin? And we can just instantly go in for that card, or we can go in for Valkyrus or any of those other ones just by using this plus 2 or more Fableds. Like, that's insane. That's so good. Also, for a second effect, if this card is sent from the hand to the grave while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish this card to special summon a Fabled monster from your hand. What? So you can unbreak your hand by just banishing this dude to instantly get it out, and you can only use the first and second of this card's name once per turn. So you can use the first one and then also use the second one. That's pretty dumb. And then also, you're getting pluses because you're discarding your Fables to synchro summon. That's so dumb. That's so good. Why is this so good? This is so good. Why is all the Terminal World support so good? What's going on? Can I have, like, Steel Sworn support that's this good? Are you kidding me? This is insane. Okay, if this card's in your hand, discard 2 or more Fabled monsters, including this card. The only thing is you have to use this as one of the materials. And if you do, special summon a Fabled Synchro monster in your X deck whose total level equals the discarded monster's original levels. And it counts as the synchro summon. It doesn't even just special it. It counts as a synchro summon. That's insane. This card is really good already. Okay, so we do have a new Fabled Synchro monster. This card is actually a level 4 Light Fiend monster. Okay, so we didn't get a Light main deck Fiend, but we did get a new Light Fiend Synchro monster, which I believe all the other ones that are Synchro monsters are actually Light Fiends. And I'm not even going to attempt this name, Graham. We're just going to call it Graham. So this card is actually a level 4 Light Fiend Synchro Tuner effect monster. Okay, that's interesting. This card's actually a tuner, so it's going to help you go in for a lot of higher synchro climbs, which is really nice. Plus, with the, like this dude, you can just discard any of the other level 2 Fabled monsters to go into this guy, which is insane. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so this card has 2,000 attack and 0 defense, and it is a Light Fiend Synchro Tuner effect. Okay, that's already really good. For its materials, it takes a Fabled tuner plus a non-tuner. So it does lock you into Fables. You have to use a Fable to make this card. I like that. We're not playing into Fiendsmith like shenanigans with this. Okay, so this card has the ability. If this card is synchro summon, you can special summon a Fable monster from your hand or deck. What? Just any of them? Okay, so Whoa. Like, you can, there's so many high-level Fables, so you can climb into the big Fabled Synchro monsters using this. That's really good. Okay, so that's really good that this card is basically just an instant E-Telly for any of your Fableds. Okay, your opponent cannot target other Fabled Synchro monsters you control with card effects. Whoa, I messed that up. Your opponent cannot target other Fabled Synchro monsters you control with card effects. That's really good for targeting protection. And for its third effect, if this card is sent to the grave, you can draw cards equal to the number of Fabled Synchro monsters that you control, then discard a card. For those who don't know, Fabled, like, turbos out synchros like you wouldn't believe. So, like, I've played Fable for a very, very long time since they were released, and Fabled is insane with the amount of synchro summons you can actually produce. So you're going to be drawing, like, 2 to 3 at least off of this very easily because it's just so easy to synchro climb in this deck. So this is actually really good to help you, like, instantly summon a monster, so you can like use this, plus it's like a tuner into something else, and bare minimum you're going to get a draw and then a discard, which is going to make your Fable monsters go off, which is insane. And this is just really good overall. Like, it gives you targeting protection, it gives you a free special summon, and it also gives you like draws into the deck. Like, the deck already does that enough, but this card is insane. Okay, so overall, fantastic sport. We have 2 really good hits so far. Let's hope we keep going with it. Okay, so this next one, oh, I don't know if you guys see that. Does anybody else see that? Look at their mask. Look at their mask. Okay, if you look at their mask, that's actually the Evil Swarm or Steel Swarm symbol is actually their mask. That's the first thing I looked at, was like the mask. Okay, I believe this is Valkyrus, but like turned into like an Evil Swarm. Yeah, like that looks like an Evil Swarm version of Valkyrus. Like, that's insane. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so it's called Fabled Swarm. Oh, dude. Dude, I'm making this dude's face. Like, no kidding. We're doing that. Oh my god. Fabled Swarm. Okay, so we have a new kind of type of Fabled monsters. We have Fabled Swarm. Fabled Swarm, Leveler Zabub. Yeah. Okay. Whoa, that's some weird stats. Dude, that's some weird Evil Swarm stats. Okay. So it is a level 10 Light Fiend Synchro Effect monster, which is attack is 3,050 attack points. I don't think we've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen a monster has 3,050 attack points. That's kind of weird. And 1950 defense. That's pretty normal. I've seen 1950 before. But it's generic too. Ooh, it's generic. Okay, please work with Evil Swarm. Please work with Evil Swarm a little bit. I know that they, like, Ophion, like, makes us you can't summon this, but please kind of sort of work with Evil Swarm. Okay, for its tuner effect, it just takes a tuner and a non-tuner to make this. You can only use the second effect once per turn. Once per turn. Basically, it's both once per turn. Once per turn, during the main phase, quick effect, attribute any number of Fabled monsters, and if you do, take control of that many face-up monsters your opponent controls, but negate their effects. What? Huh? This card is a walking quick effect monster reborn by basically replacing your monsters with your opponents? Excuse me? Hello? This is literally the Steel Swarms, like, not the Steel Swarm, the Evil Swarm thing, where, like, they take the monsters and, like, give them the Steel Swarm thing, or the Evil Swarm thing, and then, like, they turn into Steel Swarm, or Evil Swarms. That's insane, my words. Words, guys. This is insane. Okay, that's really good that it just takes control of multiple monsters, and it doesn't even target. Once per turn during the main phase, any main phase, quick effect, attribute any number of Fabled monsters, and if you do, take control of that many face-up monsters your opponent controls, but their effects are negated. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's really good, just to instantly take monsters off the field. Okay, so for its second effect, if this card's in the grave, you didn't even have to have a second effect. If this card's in your graveyard, you can target one other Fabled card in the grave, return this card back to the extra deck when you add that card to your hand. Okay, so that's pretty good. You're probably only going to have to play one of this in Fabled because you're just going to need like one probably, but this is insane. Okay, this card is now the boss monster you're attempting to summon as your inboard, so that you can like summon a bunch of other Fabled things and just tribute them and then summon out or just take all your opponent's stuff. Like, this is a major disruption against your opponent. Like, that's really good. Like, this is what a boss monster should be. It's not a walking negate. It's actually just a big, like, disruption. Like, that's really good. Okay. And then there's some lore about it and stuff like that and references. Okay. So then for this card, okay, I have to say, this is probably one of the most phenomenal artworks I've ever seen. And if you told me this was a Dark World card, I would totally think this was a Dark World card because it looks like an upgraded versions of Gates to the Dark World, or Gates of the Dark World. Like, it really looks like Gates of the Dark World, but like the blue fire, which I wonder if it's a reference, which the blue fire looks like Infernoid, which is kind of cool. So what does this card actually do? It's called Fabled Realm Resurrection. That's a tough name. That is a really, like, that is a fire name. Okay. Fabled Realm Resurrection. Okay. What does this do? Has 3 effects. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. When this card resolves, you can set a Fabled spell or trap from your deck, except another copy of this card. Pretty good. Okay. So we're instantly going to probably get the staircase, I guess. For the second effect, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when Fabled monsters is Synchro Summon. Okay, that's pretty good as well. They cannot activate card effects when you Synchro Summon into a Fable. That's, again, pretty good. Okay, for its third effect, once per turn, you can discard a Fable card, which is going to make them go off, by the way, to activate one of these effects. Either draw a card, okay, thanks for the free draw so we can keep playing, or special summon a Fable from the grave or banishment. Okay, so it's a once per turn Monster Reborn or a free Upstart Goblin, just to draw. Everything is good. I don't know how they keep doing this. I mean, I guess when you're working with dual terminal archetypes that aren't that crazy. I mean, Fable was pretty good. Fable was decent because it got support recently. But, like, I guess when you're working with stuff like Dirac and stuff, you just got to give them broken stuff to be able to play. And, like, this is like, insane. This dude letting you Synchro Summon from the hand is crazy. This letting you instantly get a Fabled onto your side of the field when it's summoned, dude. Also, this has the Steel Swarm or the Evil Swarm mark as well for the mask. I didn't notice that until just now. But this has the Fabled or the Steel Swarm thing. And then we also have, and this is like targeting protection, then it also lets you draw a bunch. And then on top of that, this is like a, I'm going to take all your stuff. Like, all your things are my things now. Like, that's what this does. Like, it just takes all your opponent's monsters for nothing. Like, tributing your monsters that are just on the field that have already used their effects. Like, a lot of the Fable monsters don't do stuff during your opponent's turn. So that's really good. This is really good support. Every single one of these is, like, really insane. And then this could have been the field spell. But we have, like, Staircase or something like that. But this could have been the field spell. This seriously could have been the field spell, but then we would have had like 2 gates of Dark Worlds running around. But I understand why they didn't, because then it would be searchable off of other stuff. So I get why this isn't a second field spell. Plus, you don't need a second field spell. So, overall, this is insane. Every single one of these is good. Also, they're reprinting all of these. I don't know how long this card's going to last because of Fiendsmith. But hey, I might be wrong. They might just go after the DDD Wave King and ban that, and then we're fine. I guess we're fine with DDD being... I'm fine with DDD being banned, and then Fiendsmith is fine, in my opinion. But all of these reprints in Dual Terminal World 2, overall, I'm going to say it. First round was okay. First round was okay. It made Infernoid good. Made Infernoid really good. It made it okay. Made it not brick. Then, like, Infernoid Evil was insane. And then we got the other support for the other decks. Like, Gen X is actually playable. It made it playable. It's not insane. It's playable. But this time, in Dual Terminal World 2, they are holding nothing back. They are literally holding nothing back. I'm really interested to see what the other 2 archetypes are, because we've been consistently getting these every single day. We've been getting more Fabled support, or we're getting a different archetype for the support. And so I'm really interested if they're going to keep doing this for the rest of the week and show us all of them this week to see what actually we're getting in Dual Terminal World 2, because this is interesting. I really like this. I like this trend that they're doing. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Definitely tell me what you think down in the comments down below of this new archetype, because, or not new archetype, but new support for Fable, because it's practically a new archetype. Like, it's insanely good. It, like, revolutionizes the entire Fable archetype to make it insane. And we have kind of sort of a new archetype with the Fabled Swarm, which is crazy. Like, that's really cool. But I want to see what actually they're going to release for the other 2 archetypes, because this is strong. Like, this is strong, and it doesn't, I don't think it really plays into Fiendsmith. Like, Fiendsmith's gonna be playable in here, but I don't think it's like really like playing into Fiendsmith, because this is a beast. But like, you got to go into like cards like the one that they're already using. Like, it doesn't make Fiendsmith better, but you can still play Fiendsmith with this, which is nice. So like, this is going to be like a level 10 synchro when you go into Fiendsmith, which is cool, but you already don't need it because you're instantly getting the card that you want to synchro with right here, which is fine. So you really don't even need it. So this is just insane. This overall is some of the best support I've seen in years for some of these dual terminal archetypes, which is nice. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely comment down below what you think the other 2 archetypes are going to be, because we still have 2 more to go, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.